Okay, so if you've ever looked into a trip to Iceland, you've definitely heard of the Golden Circle. Everyone has.
Oh, absolutely. It's the standard tour.
But today, we're heading west. We're doing this because you sent us, well, just a mountain of sources, travel guides, geological reports, even some fantastic folklore. And they all point to this one pair of waterfalls that are just completely unique.
That's right. We are diving deep into Hraunfossar and Barnafoss. And our sources, they all suggest these are the spots that, the real Iceland aficionados look for.
Right. The ones that are kind of hidden in plain sight.
Exactly. They get overlooked by the casual tourist, but they are the, and I'm quoting here, the crown jewel of the Silver Circle route.
And the pictures I saw were just stunning. I mean, sapphire blue water filtering out of 1,200-year-old lava. That's what we have to unpack. Our mission today isn't just to tell you what they look like, but to really get into the incredible geological plumbing that created them and why their story is, well, it's also steeped in tragedy.
It's a perfect study in contrasts. Hraunfossar, it literally means lava falls.
A fitting name.
A very fitting name because it completely redefines what you think a waterfall is. You have this gentle, widespread elegance right next to Barnafoss, which is just this brutal, churning rapid.
And it's named for a tragedy. It's grace and fury, silence and violence, all within, what, a few hundred meters of each other?
Barely isn't that. You can practically see one from the other.
Let's start with the graceful side then. Hraunfossar, let's talk visuals because this is not a single plunge. It's not a chute. It honestly looks like a lace curtain pulled across a cliff.
It's a breathtaking sight. It really is. We're talking about countless little rivulets just streaming out of this porous cliff face over a huge distance. It's nearly 900 meters wide.
Wow, that's almost a kilometer.
About 3,000 feet. And the defining feature, the thing every single source highlights, is the clarity of the water. It's this striking turquoise, almost sapphire blue color.
Okay, so we have to talk about that color. Because if the water is coming from a huge glacier Langjökull, right, Iceland's second largest.
That's the one.
Then why isn't it that milky, gray, glacial color? Where did all this sediment go?
And that's where the geology becomes the main character in the story. The water source is precipitation and meltwater from the highlands, mostly from Langjökull. But here's the key. It doesn't flow over the land. It flows into the ground.
It takes the scenic route, underground.
Exactly. It sinks into the Halmundaran lava field. You have to think of that lava field as a gigantic 50-kilometer-wide natural filter.
A filter made of lava.
Right. The field was created by a massive eruption back in the 10th century, around 800 AD. When all that molten rock cooled, it left behind this incredibly porous basalt rock.
It's like a giant sponge then, soaking up the entire watershed.
A perfect analogy. The water sinks in, and that porous basalt acts as a filtration system, stripping away all the silt and sediment that would normally make a glacial river look so murky.
And it just travels underground, getting polished and cleaned by the rock.
Precisely. It can be down there for weeks, maybe even months. It's this enormous natural purification plant, and that's why the water that comes out is crystal clear and, that brilliant blue.
Okay, that explains the clarity, but why does it all decide to come out right there across that 900-meter stretch? It doesn't look like it's falling from the top of the clyde. It looks like it's being pushed out from the middle.
That's the other critical piece of this geological puzzle. See, underneath that porous, newer lava field, there's a much older, denser layer of rock and soil.
Something impermeable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when the groundwater is traveling down, it hits this old layer and it just can't go any further down. It's blocked.
So it's forced to flow sideways, horizontally?
Correct. And then, over thousands of years, the main river in the valley, the Hvítá River, has been carving its channel deeper and deeper.
Okay, I think I see where this is going.
It eventually eroded its channel deep enough that it basically sliced into the side of that hidden underground flow.
Yeah.
The water has nowhere else to go. It has to burst out through the porous lava cliff face.
Creating the lava falls. Yeah. That is fascinating. So the violence of the volcano creates the filter, and the relentless, slow power of the river carves the exit ramp.
You've got it.
Yeah.
And the result is this beautiful spring water, which offers this amazing contrast to the Hvítá River itself, which is still carrying all that glacial runoff. It's still silty and gray.
It's an elegant demonstration of, hydrology and volcanology working together?
It really is. And, the purity of that water wasn't just a tourist marvel. Historically, having clean water right there, it was priceless. It's no accident that major historical figures like Snorri Sturluson,
the famous historian poet,
built his home and his famous hot pool Snorlog, right in that region at Reykholt. The geology was literally supplying a better quality of life.
Yeah, let's take a deep breath because we're about to shift from that delicate, widespread beauty of Hraunfossar to something much more intense, and it's just a short walk away.
A very short walk, maybe 5,200 meters upstream, and the moment you get to Barnafoss, the whole atmosphere
Yeah,
changes.
it's a total mood shift.
Complete shift. No more gentle rivulets. You are face to face with a powerful, churning river that's been squeezed into this narrow, violent gorge.
And the power is it's palpable. It's not just rushing water, it's a terrifying bottleneck. And its name, of course, is Children's Falls. This is where the geology gives way to some really tragic folklore.
Indeed. The name tells a very sad story. The legend is centered on two young boys from the nearby farm, Husafell.
Okay.
Their parents left them at home one Christmas day to go to church. When they came back, the boys were gone.
Oh, no. And their footprints led to the river.
They led right to where a natural stone arch used to span the water, a natural bridge.
A bridge over that churning water, that sounds treacherous.
Incredibly, and the story says they fell. They fell into those powerful currents and drowned.
It's amazing how that story just completely transforms the place. You see the brutal power of the water, then you hear the story, and suddenly the whole gorge feels like a memorial.
And the folklore then takes this very dramatic turn. The mother, in her grief. Well, in some versions, she had the stone arch physically destroyed so no one could ever cross it again.
And in other versions,
In others, she cursed it. She put a curse on the bridge so that anyone who tried to cross would meet the same fate as her sons.
that's a powerful expression of grief, human emotion, literally changing the geology.
It is. Though, of course, we know Iceland is.
Well,
Well, it's seismically active.
right. The less magical explanation is just a good old-fashioned earthquake.
Exactly. An earthquake is a much more likely reason for a natural stone arch over powerful rapids to collapse. But the power of that legend, the way it endures, it just shows you how tightly these stories are woven into the land itself.
And the whole region is steeped in sagas, right?
It is. The area is connected to the Hvítá saga, which even talks about an engineer trying to redirect the Hvítá River. So for 1,000 years, people have been trying to interact with and even control these immense natural forces. The river's not just scenery, it's an active character in their history.
Okay, let's shift focus to logistics. How do you actually get there? For the road trippers listening, the beauty here is accessibility. We're only about 30 minutes off the main ring road.
And it's a really manageable drive from Reykjavik. About an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Around 120 kilometers.
So it's a perfect day trip.
A perfect day trip or a really efficient stop. And for you, the traveler, the key is you don't need some huge 4x4. The roads are paved the whole way.
Even in winter.
Even in winter. The infrastructure is there for year-round viewing.
That's fantastic. How much time should people set aside? I mean, 900 meters is a long stretch to cover.
You can comfortably see both falls in about 30 minutes to an hour. It really depends on how many pictures you want to take. The walk from the parking lot, which is free, by the way, is short and pretty easy, just some well-maintained boardwalks.
That efficiency is great, but does that mean people rush through and miss the magic? Are there hidden views the 30-minute visitor might skip?
Oh, they do if they rush. The key is to appreciate the full length of Hraunfossar. Most people just crowd around the main platform near the bridge.
Which gives you the contrast with Barnafoss.
Right. But you really want to walk the full length of the boardwalk along the bank of the river. That's where you appreciate the full 900 meters of cascades. And that's where you really see that blue color pop.
Okay, good tip. Any other essential traveler caveats? I'm guessing comfortable shoes?
Comfortable shoes for the steps? Yes.
Yeah.
But here's a crucial nugget from visitor feedback. Amenities. There's a cafe nearby, but travelers should know there are usually no public restrooms right at the viewing platforms.
Ah, so plan ahead.
Always plan ahead.
And when's the best time to go? Is there a perfect season to capture that sapphire blue water?
You know, it's one of those rare places that's stunning in every season, but for different reasons. Summer is all lush green moss against the blue. Autumn, the foliage is incredible.
And winter.
Winter might be the most magical. You get the bright blue water against the black lava, all framed by white snow. It's unreal. To avoid crowds, though, I'd say go early morning or late afternoon. The midday bus tours can really pack the place out.
So we've anchored the trip with the falls. But since this is the Silver Circle, what else should a road tripper see to make it a full day?
You've got to explore the other things that same lava flow created. For history, definitely visit Reykholt, Snorri Sturluson's home, and the Settlement Center in Borgarnes for the Viking history.
And for more of that raw geological power?
You have to see Dildurtunguver. It's Europe's highest flowing hot spring. We're talking 180 liters per second of near-boiling water just gushing out of the ground.
Wow.
And that hot water is harnessed to feed the Krelma geothermal baths. It's a perfect place to relax.
And I'm guessing you can explore the lava field itself.
Exactly. The same lava flow created Hvítá, one of Iceland's largest lava tubes. You can go right inside the structure that filters the water for Hraunfossar.
That brings it full circle.
It does. And then for a view from above, you can do a quick climb up the Gråbruk crater. It gives you this amazing panorama of the whole valley. You really understand the scale of it all. To summarize, Hraunfossar isn't just a pretty photo op. It's been protected as a national monument since 1987 for its unique geological value. It's basically a living laboratory for studying underground water flow in volcanic regions. It's this perfect harmony of ancient fire and clear flowing water.
I think the final takeaway for you, the listener, is that these falls really challenge our idea of what natural power is. Hraunfossar isn't about thunderous height or a huge volume of water. It's a lesson in delicate, widespread elegance. It's water finding a 900-meter-wide voice through the heart of an ancient eruption. It teaches you to look for power in subtlety.
And that tension between subtlety and brute force brings us right back to Barnafoss, to the tragedy upstream.
Right. Because while the Hvítá River has been this constant, irresistible forced geological erosion working slowly over centuries, the legends suggest it was the intense, dramatic power of human grief that destroyed that stone arch.
And that raises a really compelling question for you to think about as you stand there. In Iceland's wild, volatile landscape, which force should we ultimately respect more? The relentless, quiet persistence of geology, or the immediate, devastating emotional power of human experience?
A powerful thought to carry with you when you stand above those churning rapids.
We hope this deep dive into Hraunfossar and Barnafoss makes your trip to the Silver Circle unforgettable. We'll see you on the next Deep Dive.